Psalms 100 this morning. I woke up Friday morning and this is what God gave me. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Verse 2. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Verse 3. Know ye that the Lord, he is God, and he is that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Verse 4. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. That's the verse God gave me Friday morning when I woke up. He said, enter into his gates with thanksgiving. And I got to thinking about that. And I'll be honest with you, the first thing I said to the Lord when he gave me that is, God, this has been a great one for last Sunday, going into Thanksgiving, right? You know, Thanksgiving, because he gave me this Friday. I said, Thanksgiving was yesterday. He said, son, there's not a timestamp on that verse. There's not a date on that verse. We're not supposed to just be thankful on Thanksgiving or during this time of year. That verse is for every day of our lives. Every day we are to be thankful and to bless his name. And I got to thinking, you know, as we sit around our dinner tables and we go around our tables and we say we're thankful for this and we're thankful for that. I think it'd be good this morning to come around his table. To come around the table that he has set. To come around the table that he has provided. And tell him what we're thankful for. And more importantly, those things we're thankful for, who provided them. I got to thinking about over my life of all the things I was thankful for in my life personally. And I got to thinking about it. And he said, son, what's all those things have in common? I said, well, God, you either directly provided them or indirectly provided them. I said, but you had a hand in everything I have. He had a hand in. You know, whether he, you know, you look at your house, well, I worked for that. Well, who gave you the strength? You know, I remember being a kid in this church and hearing people get up and say, you know, older people get up and say, I'm thankful that God got me out of the bed this morning. I remember thinking, well, how silly is that? You know, well, when you're 5, it is silly. You think you're always going to get up. But as you get older, you realize, no, I'm thankful this morning that the Lord got me up this morning. I'm thankful that he put breath in me. I'm thankful that he gave me the ability to preach his word and to speak for him. I'm thankful for his son. You say, well, I did all that Thursday. I did all that Thursday. We could sit and thank the Lord for his son now until his son returns, and we still wouldn't thank him enough. We don't understand. We take for granted, and we really just forget as life goes on what he actually did for us, church. It says we can go into his presence, God the Father's presence, because of what the Son did. Think about that. When's your life going to turn around? When's your life going to change? When's situations in your life going to get better? What is it you need this morning? We need to get in God's presence. And there's only one way into God's presence, and that's through his Son. So that's all I got this morning. I feel like that's what we need to do this morning. I feel like we need to be thankful this morning. And like I said, there's not a timestamp. God told me that, and I thought, boy, that's a good one. There's not a timestamp on that. We're to be thankful for what he's done for us every day. You say, well, I've got stuff going on in my life. Well, I got stuff going on in my life. But I know if I see tomorrow, it'll be because the Lord took me through today. So if the choir will come, let's worship the Lord this morning. Let's not just clock in and clock out this morning. There's needs here and God's here. Well, if we'll put those needs to God, take those needs to God, I believe God will meet some.